Hello, ladies, gentlemen, non-binaries, and everybody else under the rainbow of our wonderful community. How are you doing today? We're back. Another week, another Frisky Flirty Friday. We are playing some more Teachers with Love and Passion. We are going for the nurse. Leave me alone. This is, oh God, I've been thinking about this. I've been thinking about this all week. I need y'all to know something, and I had to tell this to my lovely friend. Did you know you can get this? You can get it in an app. You can go to Itch.io and you can get it as an app. And you don't need to be connected to the internet. Like, and once you download it all, the files are on your phone, you can play it. So, there. I'm not sponsored by this game at all. I just really fucking love this game. I'm not being mean to anyone. I'm mean to everyone. There's a difference. Okay, we're gonna jump on in. But yes, for anybody who is new, anybody who's lurking, or anybody who is watching on YouTube for the first time and you've come across this as your first video, on Fridays over on twitch.tv/ReaperBabe7, I play otome games. And they tend to be indie games, because I really enjoy indie otomes. They're made with lots of love, and yeah, I want to show those off. Playing my teacher's dating sim on the train in front of everyone to assert dominance. Look, there is not a place there's no place I wouldn't play this game, okay? Like, I'm sorry people are like, I can't do that. I have to be an adult. I can't do that. No, not me. Not me. I go to work. I pay my bills. And that's all society requires of me. I get to play whatever cute little dating sim game I want on my phone. At work in front of colleagues. Try me. I love that you guys are like, let's give them a situation where they wouldn't play this game. Me? Really? Me? I play this game anywhere. I love this game. Let's get into this. After taking it easy for the past few days, we're all stressed about getting ready for the week coming up. There are papers to plan, reports to write, classes to teach, students to grade, and so much more to do. I already have piles of work to deal with, and now my heart has decided it's time to take the wheel and mess up my thoughts. It's been a few days since that night in the car with Mr. Fox. However, the feelings he left behind are still running wild in my body. Is it love, or am I just seeking for his kind affection because I have been starving for so long? This is the type of question that's been keeping me up all night lately, and I haven't found time to look for the answer. I don't want to lose him to my insecurity. With my head wrapped in so many thoughts, I don't pay enough attention to where I'm heading. Looking around, I realized I'd taken the hallway and was about to go to the gym for no reason. However, what catches my attention is something much weirder than that. At the corner of the hall, behind a wall, a tall man is trying to see something across the lockers. Mr. Hanson. Not my other husbando. Ah! Not the, It's too soon in the stream in the VOD. Mr. Hanson? What the hell is he doing? Tilting my head, I sneak closer to him, trying to figure out what is happening without calling too much attention. Mr. Hanson? What? Before I can reach his side, Mr. Hanson turns to me as quick as a blink, pulling me closer and covering my mouth with his hand. Moving on. No. Shh. Be quiet. He whispers the words close to my ear, harshly enough to blow my hair and tense up my body. Feeling his hands holding me so tightly, I didn't even consider going against his order. Seeing no resistance from my side, he slowly let go of my lips, resting his hand on my shoulder. Look over there. His voice sounds husky, calculating every word to be enough and not extending himself on it. Instinctively and slowly, I turned my head in the direction he was looking at before. This freaking weirdo! I see Eric holding a large box while he looks inside a classroom. What about it? Pay attention. At first, I thought Eric was just standing there, but slowly I started to notice something suspicious about it. His feet keep tapping nervously on the floor. His fingers grab the box with unnecessary strength, and his eyes keep looking over his shoulder as if he's worried about being seen. Don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious. He's doing a very bad job at that. He's not just standing there. It's more like he's watching over something we can't see. He's been doing it for 10 minutes now. Surprised to hear it, I turn my head to look at his face. That's weird. But thinking Mr. Hansen has been standing here for 10 minutes is a bit funny, too. He keeps going back and forth inside that empty classroom. Huh? Why? That's what I'm trying to find out. Hearing my voice cracking under him, Mr. Hansen finally let go of my body. Please don't. I mean, his route is next. His route is next. I can do this. I can do. Fuck, I can do this. Trying to follow. Oh God. Ah, I love this character. This is the character that made me fall for this game. Oh. It's a very much like I love it's the enemies to lovers, but not really enemies, but also he didn't want to be my friend, so he didn't want to be my friend, so I said okay, we'll just skip right to falling in love. It's fine. Easy. No. I can't focus. Wait, what did Jade say? If this is your first video, here's the basic Reaper lore. 1,000 years ago, before the age of man, there was order, peace, and tranquility until the fabric of reality sneezed and Reaper was born. And a cosmic explosion. Trying to follow his movements, I take a step back, leaning my back against the wall, hiding my presence by his side. A few days ago, I saw him going into Ray's office when he wasn't around. I was careless to ask him what he was doing. That was enough to show my suspicion and give him time to make an excuse. What did he say? He said he was sick, and Ray told him to take a rest in the room. And why do you think that was an excuse? Because Ray was being scolded in Thomas's office with me that night. No! I'm gonna be focused! A creepy deja vu flickers behind my eyes. Chills take over my entire body. This has happened before. What bothers me the most is that he wasn't nervous when he lied. It was natural. If I didn't know the truth, I'd have believed him. Mr. Hansen's face rise with guilt and fright. He's not overreacting to being concerned. Remembering his furious face after seeing me that night turns my blood cold. I tried to ask a few things just to see how far he would keep it up, but he didn't give me much opening. He keeps talking, but all I can do is stare dreadfully at the floor, trying to find a reason for that. I went home thinking about it that... What's wrong? You look shocked. The same thing happened to me. I saw him some weeks ago coming out of the nurse room, and when I asked what happened, he said the same thing. And Ray? He wasn't there, too. Also, Eric was acting strange that night. How so? You know he's always cheerful and nice to me, right? Annoyingly so, yes. that night, he was cold and creepy. I think he was mad that I was there. Interesting. So he is really plotting something. As we talk, we watch the boy on the other side getting more impatient. Looking at him now, it isn't enough to provide answers to our questions. However, it makes me see a pattern. As far as we know, Eric lied twice, which makes it clear that he may have lied more. But what makes my heart skip a beat is realizing that both times it happened in Fox's office. You think it has something to do with Mr. Fox? Right now, I think it can be anything. To start, Ray's office has medicine, but it also is a place where the school's chemicals are stocked. Huh? Yes, it's a dangerous place for unwelcome people. It's deeper than I thought. Gonna leave that there. He may be thinking about doing something stupid to the school or someone. And although I don't want to consider he's plotting against Ray, I also don't want to disregard the possibility. Suddenly we see Eric click his tongue, crumpling the box's corner, clearly mad for some reason we don't understand. Tired of standing there, he walks away, kicking the floor under his feet. Mr. Hanson and I watch him go until our eyes can't see anymore. For now, let's keep our eyes on him. Turning to me, he talks seriously, taking a moment to look at my face. I don't know if he expects me to say something or if he's just thinking about his next steps. But either way, I feel that, somehow, he is worried about me. I won't let anyone hurt this place. I promise. I stare at his face blankly as the whole situation sounds scary from our point of view. For some reason, Hanson's concerned eyes make me want to jump on him and ask to watch over Mr. Fox. But instead, I only nod at his words. I think he understood my silence. He didn't say it, but his eyes were looking at the nursery before grabbing his bag. Excuse me. Hanson walks away from me, moving slowly through the hall, arousing no suspicion or concern. I watch him go and then turn my head to the nurse's room on the other side. The door is closed and Ray must be working inside without suspecting any of this. In fact, no one seems to be suspicious of anything. I really wish I could say we need a break, but... Remembering Eric's angry eyes just now leaves me no doubt. I'm not turning my back on this.
That's sexy. Fucking do it.
I'm not turning my back on this until I'm sure it's all just a misunderstanding. Gian! Waiting to politely interrupt. Gian with the resub. Thank you, thank you. Hydrate as well from Scarlett. Thank you. Good evening, Gian. Thank you guys. Yes, can you please put some Reaper love in the chat for those resubs? Ooh, guys, we get into the creepy stuff, which is always really great. I will say one thing I think I really like about this game, like one of the nice points to it, is that there's not a lot of text on the screen at one time. I should have made that one sentence and I did not. But there isn't. Like, sometimes otomes want to tell a lot. And so, like, they will fill the space. And it can be a little bit much sometimes, like, over-explaining and whatnot. And I think Teachers does a great job of just having just enough. You know what I mean? So I think that is a really big plus and maybe why I really like it. Plus, it makes it a lot easier to read on stream. Cheon's in and then out. Gotta go now. Drive by subbing. Have a good one, Cheon. Be safe. Shaking my head, I spin on my heels going back my way. There's one line. My bad, chat. Look at the chibi. It's a chibi. The kids are in PE classes right now, but instead of going to the lounge, I decided to stay in the classroom and wait for them to come back. I didn't do it because I had work to do or because I didn't want to be late for my next shift. I just wanted to stay here because it's easier to hear my thoughts when I'm alone. Don't get me wrong, I love it when my friends are supporting me and helping me cheer up, but sometimes it's necessary to listen to the other side of the moon. Taking a deep breath, I look out the window. Instead of the blue sky, I see memories of what happened hours ago in the hallway. Eric walking in circles earlier, Mr. Hansen's concerned face, and all the scary questions haunting my heart. What does he want from Mr. Fox? Questions after questions, I search my brain for clues that might help me find a place to start, and slowly some pieces start to come together. Eric was listening to my conversation with Thomas that day. I'm sure of it. After that, I found him in Ray's office. Maybe he saw the meds, and now he wants answers. Maybe he wants more than just that. The dots connect in a strange way, leaving gaps between my thoughts, and yet nothing that crosses my mind is enough to calm me down. I hold my hands above my desk, closing my eyes. Like Thomas said, Mr. Fox is starting to come out of his cocoon now. I would hate for something to startle him and drag him back to his loneliness. The loud knock on the door shatters my line of thoughts. Bewildered, I turn toward the sound. Please don't be creepy, kid. Please don't be the creepy dude. Yes! He's not the creepy one. We want him to knock on the door. We like him. He's the one we're romancing chat. It's him. My heart staggers when I see that lazy smile watching me from the doorway. Am I interrupting you? No, please come in. It's impossible to hide the redness on my face. Luckily, he doesn't say anything about it. He walks in with hands in his pockets, carefree like I've never seen him before. Toby! You can't just say that, y'all! I mean, it's true, but you can't just say it. Like, what would people think of me? I can't even do this with a straight face. Yes, I do. Ooh. Shit. You can't do that because then I'll go off in 5 minutes and how fine I find him. Ugh. Now that I think about it, this is the first time I've seen him out of his office while the sun is still out. It is Frisky Flirty Friday. We all know why we're here. I don't know why you guys show up to see me, like, just fan over the 2D, 3D characters, but I appreciate it. And if you're watching this VOD, I appreciate you too. I hope I'm entertaining to some degree. Not just that, but he also came all the way to my classroom. Did something happen? No. At least, not that I know. Why? Because you're here. That face! She says things, like, just really straightforward, and I'm like, I would say that too, though. I asked him out of concern. I didn't mean to joke about it at all, but seeing the surprised look on his face made me want to change it and tease him a little. Trying to avoid making the situation awkward, Ray laughed, scratching the back of his head. I guess that's enough reason to be worried. Sorry, but it is a bit surprising. I don't remember seeing you doing it before. Because I don't. It's been a while since the last time I walked into a room like this. Whenever I have business or notices for the students, I ask Thomas to do it for me. I thought so. Is it that scary to walk around the teachers? The same expression freezes on his face, but in his eyes, I see the light fading. Fuck. Ray takes too long to say anything. Maybe I shouldn't have said it too. It's not the teachers. I just don't like doing it. I guess I have been on my own for so long that now it's scary for me to take steps outside and see everyone. Everyone's already told me about his loneliness complex. Even Ray did. Yet, I can't shake this bitter feeling every time I hear him talking about it. Then, why are you here? To see you, you idiot! I'm hoping. This is the time of the VOD, time of the stream that I tell y'all, I have played too many otomes. Way too many. I shouldn't be able to call things like this, but, you know, here we are. I wanted to see you. Contradictory, isn't it? He laughs under his breath, a short, embarrassed laugh, something a man his age usually doesn't like to do, but it's oh so cute when they do! Okay, sorry, I'm sorry. On the other hand, I only look at his face, not knowing what to say or how to feel. I was about to do something important, and suddenly He starts to explain himself when the silence gets too loud, but soon he stops again. Leaving his mouth open and eyes fixed on the floor, muted words float around him. I think I'm worried about the results. He didn't know his own reason until he started talking. I know that because he was surprised to hear it. Soon he let go of the burden on his back, looking at me directly. I am not the type to ask for help. Raiders! It's a boomer raid! He lives! I still think you're a zombie at this point, man. Boomer, what were you playing? How was it? How was your stream? Welcome, Raiders! I am Reaper, and we are, this is Frisky Flirty Friday. I'm Reaper, this is Frisky Flirty Friday, and I'm being a dork on the internet by fanning over, this 2D man right in front of us. This fine specimen of an otome love interest. Fluffy Hisashi Buddy! A boomer raid! It is raid time! Boomer! How was your stream? What were you guys doing? Oh god, Larry has a backup account? That's scary. Aw, go to bed. Go to bed, Larry. You such a weepy baby. Go to bed. My sleepy little baby bro. We are very delayed, but hey, why are y'all so delayed? Oh shit, 'cause I'm losing frames. Fuck. I've risen from the dead to spread peace and bullshit. Bullshit. Spreading peace and love, more like discord and chaos. Dude, seriously though, welcome back to the interwebs. We played Monopoly and you let Larry win. Good for you. Good for you. He needed that. Oh, short sound bit. Toppy, would you do me the honors of rolling for me for a short bit? I'm gonna pause the game music. Woo. Six. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is perfect. This is fucking perfect. Here you go, chat. Beautiful. I hope you enjoyed that, Fluffy. Larry, little baby man. You is, you's my baby brother. General Davis, Hisashi Buddy! I had no choice, I kept going to jail. Okay, have a good night, Larry. Again, Raiders, welcome. I am Reaper. We are playing Teachers with Love and Passion, which is our Frisky Flirty Friday game today. It is an otome game, otome, or as many people know, a dating sim. We are like 7 streams into this, so there's a lot. Like, all you need to know is I find 2 men in this very, very attractive, and he is one of them, and he's the one we are romancing this round, so. Zio! Hello! Good evening! How are you? Welcome, welcome. Darth Squirrel. Excuse me, but can I get an You can, JJ. Only because you ask it so nicely, and I swear you only ask like once a stream. You never overdo the ooh-woos, so I give you that one. But anyway, chat. Yes. Great. Now there's more people to watch me just go. You guys missed it. Like 10 minutes ago, I was going insane for this man. Going insane for the other man too. Tom B, thanks for the shout out and the socials. Guys, if you're new and you maybe like me and my content, there is the socials link that Tom B lovingly and graciously put into the chat. Again, appreciate you, my friend. Okay, so really quick premise of the game. Dating sim. We are very far into the game. We are all teachers. There's a creepy guy who works at our school now, and we're all realizing something is like something is wrong with this dude. So there's like a little mystery behind it. And something is going on with him, and we like him. He knows that we like him, and he likes us back. So, you know, like we're at like dealing with the issues and the turmoil of the dating sim, which honestly, if it's done right, it's done really well. Like, so I'm into it. This man makes, boomer. You have no idea. You have no idea. Anyway, been sick lately, dealing with snow all this week. Oh, I have to deal with snow next week. I can appreciate a good ooh, hell yeah. I just woke up, but might go back to bed. 5.5 hours of sleep. What do you mean go back? Seriously, people get more than 5 hours of sleep on a daily basis? This is absolute news to me. Like, you guys act as if 5 hours of sleep is not enough. That you can actually get more. Lies. You're all fucking lying to me. Stream elements. Very good timing, by the way. Alright. I'm gonna go back to my man, okay? So, y'all can chat. He's been waiting on me. Like, look at those. He's been giving me the eyes this entire time, and I've just been ignoring him for y'all. But Boomer, thank you so much for the raid. I'm gonna have to message you guys and see if we want to do a little collab stream or a little collabby video. So yeah, hit me up if you guys are gonna do something, okay? Oh yeah. Okay, where were we and where was his voice? Shit. I'm not the type to ask for help, but somehow I grew used to finding answers in your eyes. Chef's kiss. It's hard to ask my heart to calm down after hearing that, especially seeing that tender smile embracing all my feelings in one. But I try. I try to keep my expression under control and continue the curious conversation to understand it better. I'm so glad I play through a screen because God knows I would not be. Nope, there's no control. This expression, no. Everything's on my, yeah, no. Yeah, no. Good. My man here is making you feel feelings. Good. Go get the game. You need him looking directly at you, because you guys think he's looking at you now. He's not. He's looking at me. So go get the game and go get him yourself. You do some work here. Are the answers positive? I don't know. It's getting more confusing. Is it about work? Did he find out about Eric stalking his office? Questions wrap around my brain while he walks quietly around the room. I think he would talk to me if it was just that. But there's something he hasn't talked about, even after I saw it. The medicine box has come up again. I haven't had the chance to talk about it, and now might be my best chance to do it. Swallowing hard, I try to get his attention without looking too concerned. Do you mind if I ask you something? No, go ahead. Is everything all right with your health? Why? I need to know that. Well, yes. The last time I checked, I only got a warning for drinking too much coffee. Honestly, probably same. What? That's not what you wanted to hear? That's not it. Thomas said the same thing to me. Thomas? Looking at his confused eyes, I know I've made a mistake. And now it's too late to turn back. Okay, truth comes out now. Holding my hands together, I gather my courage to talk about it. I saw some boxes of medicine in your bag some days ago. I know it's not my business, but I couldn't just avert my eyes and ignore it. And I couldn't stop worrying about you. My heart beats faster with each word I say, yet I can't bring myself to stop. One of the reasons why I never spoke about it to him before was because I didn't know what his reaction would be. If he was hiding it, it was because no one was supposed to know. And if I knew it, would it make him turn his eyes away from me? That's what I expected. But instead of it, he flashed me a smile. Not a simple smile. It's warm, comforting, and only for me. He knows I'm scared. I would be worried too if the same happened to you. You're not mad? Why would I? A beautiful lady is worried about me. This makes me feel good. You... Fuck! I hate when they put in one-liners that strike me. Oh, August and When the Night Comes also had a moment like this where they said one thing and I was just like, you didn't do anything wrong, Reaper. But I guess I need to answer you now. Oh, if you don't mind. Those boxes weren't for me. It was for research I'm doing. With medicine? It's part of it, not the whole thing. Oh. He answers me with a smile in the corner of his eyes, a malicious gaze that instigates me to wish for more. He knows that saying that will only raise more questions, but he does it anyway. It's almost like he wants to set me up on purpose. And of course, my concerned heart falls for that. What kind of research? A dangerous one. Are you trying to scare me? That depends. Is it working? No. My answer is followed by shy laughter, making his sarcastic expression fade into a gentler one. It's personal. Something I have been working on for a long time. His voice sounds smooth in the quiet room. He says the words carefully as if not wanting to hurt his own purpose. The way his gaze slides over the posters tells me he doesn't want to talk about it, and I shouldn't worry either. It's personal after all. Nothing troublesome, I hope. I've said it before in a similar situation. It's the same words I used that day, but with a playful smile just to tease him. I expected him to answer me like that too, but didn't. He only smiled a sad smile. That was enough to make me bite my tongue and step back from the conversation. Is that why you came here now? Yes. Working so much on it has left me confused in the last few weeks. About what? What if my research goes wrong? Will I be fine if I don't see you again tomorrow? His questions sound peaceful, but it's not enough to disguise the weight it places on his tired eyes. I stare at him, frozen in my seat. For an instant, rumors mix with concerns. Why would medical research make him worry about that? His words have wrapped my heart in barbed wire as it flutters confusedly. I look down at my desk. A bittersweet taste lingers in my mouth. And what is the answer? It's negative. Fuck. I'm not crying. I'm not. Oh. The music, too. The music. God damn it. I won't be alright without you. A sigh of relief escapes my lips as soon as I hear his answer. My natural reaction made him giggle as if that's exactly what he needed from me to make a decision. Of course I'm glad he's thinking of me, but surprisingly, that's not the reason why my heart is beating calmly. Whatever his research is about, whatever inconsequential plan he has in mind, he still has his feet on the ground. Right here in this school. Aww! Reaper! Oh my god! I feel like there's character growth for you too! He wants to be here another day. With me. Our eyes meet again. A soft smile takes place on my lips as his tender gaze watches me. Thinking about not seeing him again is scary. After spending so much time with him, I can't imagine my life without his teasing and that lazy smile that feels like home. Not having him around me would be like exposing my heart to a lonely world again. This is not the first time I felt it, but it is the first time I can't hide the hammering in my chest. Mr. Fox, I think I care too much about you. And now I'm wondering if this feeling means something else. The puzzled look in his eyes tells me he didn't expect me to say it. Not at school, either. This is in the middle of classes. Well, not like the kids aren't in the class, but like, it's like a free period for us. This is the middle of the freaking day. Ma'am? 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 If you're going back to sleep, I apologize in advance if I squeal with, fangirling. So, I hope you sleep well, though. The puzzled look in his eyes tells me he didn't expect me to say it. I didn't plan to say it either, but like always, it came out naturally. I'm not saying it because I want him to take responsibility for the strong bond we created. I'm saying it because there's no reason for me to hide a feeling that means nothing but good things. The troublesome thoughts make themselves clear on my face. Ray's not pushing the topic or teasing me about it. He's only looking at me, like he always does. Do you know the answer? Not yet. Then take your time. We have a long way to go. After all, you are still calling me Mr. Fox. Gosh. His last line is followed by a playful smirk that makes me giggle. There's never an awkward situation when he's around. Somehow Ray always manages to melt the thick walls of concern into something nice. Maybe it's the way he talks, or maybe it's the feeling he shares. I don't know. But that's one of the reasons why I never feel bad talking about anything with him. Just don't make your decision too fast. I don't want to see a change in our future so soon. He said that before. That day, I thought he had said that out of sheer anguish after thinking so much about what happened to the sick student. But now when I hear him say it again, I get the sense he's scared of making a mistake he has committed before. Ignoring my silent musings, Ray turns around with a wan smile? I don't know how to pronounce that, actually. It takes me a few moments to understand his slow steps are guiding him to the door. In an instinctive reaction, I feel my heart clench in my chest. I don't want him to go away with that thought. I don't want our conversation to end with an unanswered, bitter memory. Thanks for your time. Mr. Fox! As if trying one last time to catch him up, I abruptly stand up from my chair. Ray turns back to me, surprised by the loud sound. My face burns red. I didn't mean to sound so desperate, but now it's too late for regrets. Yes? I hold my hands together. My heart is speeding again. Promise me I'll see you tomorrow? Oh my god, we're so cute, chat. Chat, we're so cute. I lost count of how many times I saw his surprised face in this room now. And yet, every time I see it, I feel my heart fuzzy about it. For a long moment, he doesn't say anything, taking his time to process my words. It's torturing to only be looking at each other with no guarantee of what will happen next. What will happen if he says no? And what will I do if his yes causes us damage? In the silenced room, I swear I hear our hearts beating in unison. Slowly, he shows me his usual lazy smile. That's his subtle way of trying to calm me down before spewing out words that might make us both hell. I promise. His voice is tender, but it hides no lies. It takes some time for it to make sense in my mind and allow the concerned expression on my face to dissolve. And yet he waited until he was sure I was fine with that answer. Sighing again, I nod, taking a step back to my desk. There's no more left to say, and he doesn't stay longer to give regrets a chance. Hearing his slow-paced footsteps, I throw my body back in the chair, resting one hand on my chest. My heart is flustered, my face is bright red, and a million thoughts are going on in my mind now. I want to trust him, but something inside me is still unquiet about his reasons. What is this research? Why would he not come back tomorrow? Why did he hesitate? I don't have answers, and even less do I have clues to calm me down. What I have now is my trust in him and a wish that my words will be enough to keep him safe. Chat, that was a whole ass minute. I need water.ちょっと待って。Oh. Take an ice bath? That wasn't even like hot and steamy though. That was just like, that was emotional. Did no one else feel the emotions? I felt the emotions. Oof. God. Oh, I love this game. Oof. Excuse me. Okay. Talking with my students helped entertain my mind and chase away dark thoughts left after that conversation. Now at the end of the day, I walk down the lonely hallway, making my way back home. Around me, dark rooms, empty hallways, not a single soul lost to be seen. But in my head, thoughts after thoughts start to emerge. I did my best not to think about it, but now his distant gaze is all I see behind my eyes. My fingers wrap around my bag. My heart beats slowly as I walk faster toward a place I know so well. I just want to see him before I go home and make sure he's fine. I think to myself, not questioning whether this is the right thing to do. As I get closer, I notice the door ajar and the light shining inside. Just like the other night, I made my way closer, slowly pushing the door open. Okay, whenever this music fucking happens, creepy dude shows up. My heart drops to my stomach as soon as my eyes make sense of what's inside. On the left, drawers and chairs are overturned on the floor. On the right, papers and white sheets blend up on top of the furniture. The clean and peaceful room that always soothes my heart is gone. Now there's nothing but chaos. My hands rush to my lips, thinking about the worst scenario. I'm about to call out his name when something catches my eye in the corner. Something that makes my bones shake under my flesh. It's a mofo. This freaking mofo. With a small bottle in his hands and a dark shadow in his eyes, Eric stands close to the bed, staring at the liquid dancing inside the glass. His eyes have no light, and he doesn't show a single care about the papers he's stepping on. I quickly scan the room, but no trace tells me Ray was here. Sweat runs cold down my spine as all the suspicions from earlier on comes to conclusion. What the fuck are you doing? Miss Babe. I'm not like Mr. Hansen. I don't have the same cold blood running in my veins keeping me stable. I just couldn't hold back a shout when I saw him standing there with something I don't know in his hand. Eric jumped like a startled cat when he heard my voice. His face turns pale when he finds my eyes, but soon, when he notices that I'm alone here, it turns bright again. Fuck, that's scary. It bothers me to see him smiling when I'm biting my teeth in fear. Why is he happy? Does he think I'm not going to turn him in? He looks at the bottle again and softly gives it a shake, making the light from the ceiling come through it. This dude is deranged. This is really destiny. He grumbles, giggling and talking to himself. I don't need to question him again to know he's not in the right state of mind. Concerned he may do something dangerous, I take a step back, putting my body closer to the door. You came right on time for me to save you, Miss Babe. Oh no, I don't like that at all. One, I don't need saving from nobody. Nobody needs to save me. We ain't over here waiting for fucking Superman to no, buddy, pal, back the fuck up. Like, shivers. The words echo, but it doesn't make sense. I look at him, waiting for an explanation, but he doesn't say anything. He's too busy admiring his deeds in that bottle. That doesn't sound good. What are you talking about? Save me from what? This! I finally found it! This is Mr. Fox's experiment. My heart withers like all the blood in my body has been drained. My eyes lock target on the glass bottle in his hand. The cider-like liquid swirls between his fingers, turning my stomach upside down. Is this the research that forced him to seek my help? Is this the reason he stays up late? If it is, then why did he talk to me about it with soft words while Eric is using harsh ones? In a second, I turn my gaze back to Eric's face. The bright golden color in his eyes is shining like poisoned honey. Ooh, that's a good statement. So that's why he's been stalking him. Noticing my surprised expression turning cold again, Eric takes a step closer, trying to control my attention. You didn't hear about it? He's been working on it every night. It's a terrible... Ray told me it's his important research. But he didn't tell you what it's about, did he? No. Do you want to know? I could say no, but how could I lie to myself? I want to know the truth, and Eric knows that too. I read his journal. This liquid here is supposed to change a person's physical state. If he was planning to say it only to get me shocked and unresponsive, then he did it right. For a moment, all I do is stare at that liquid, gulping down my non-existent thoughts. His notes are here, somewhere in this room. Listen to me! Mr. Fox is a dangerous man, and I'm here to protect you from him. And I'm so glad I met you before he could... What the hell? Before Eric can celebrate his achievement, Ray's troubled voice fills the room, bringing with it a puzzled face behind me. With wide eyes like I was before, Ray stares at his upside-down room in confusion. What happened here? In a matter of seconds, he stops talking. His troubled expression turns gray when his gaze finally lands on Eric's hand. The boy, instead of showing guilty, flashes a disgusted look at him. Give me that. Hearing his order so abruptly surprised me a bit. Usually Ray would question both of us and try to understand it before taking a conclusion, but this time he didn't care about it. To tell the truth, looking into his eyes now, I feel like he isn't seeing anything but that bottle. Give it to me, right now. Concerns and confusion are gone. All that's left now is wrath. I didn't know such a kind man could show such a scary expression. You really think I can just hand it to you? This is sickening, Mr. Fox. I know your plans. Then you know you shouldn't be playing with it. His voice is cold, shivering with a promise he doesn't plan to break. I doubt he's paying attention to Eric right now. His eyes are too busy following the bottle. I read your notes. I know how many times you failed to create this. Change someone. You know what it means? Are you planning on controlling her when you're done too? His mouth opens to scream once more, but no words come out. I could see in the flickering light in his eyes guilt mingling with fury. At that moment, Eric has hit what he is aiming for. Toying with someone else's life. You truly are a monster. But it doesn't matter now. I won't let you hurt her. Boy, listen to me. No! You can't hurt Miss Babe! Huh? My heart ached to hear those words aimed at someone who had always cared about me. Someone I care about. I didn't know if what Eric said was true or not, but I wasn't planning on standing by his side. I turned to Ray to ask him about it, but I stopped when I saw his expression turned confused. Babe? Why would I hurt her? Because that's what you've been planning. You want to take her with you and have her to yourself. What? Ray looks at me, searching for answers as I do the same to him. I got nothing. I got nothing. This kid is twisted. Taking a deep breath, Ray squeezes his temples. Eric made a mistake, and he's not happy to clear it now. No, Eric. You got it all wrong. This has nothing to do with her. Liar! He tried to talk, but as soon as Ray spoke up, Eric raised his hand in the air, threatening to throw it on the floor. Eric, wait. What the hell is going on? That's a second what the hell? A loud, angry voice enters the room, putting us in another defensive position. Is it gonna be my other husbando? Is it gonna be Lawrence? Ray and Eric look away from each other for a single second just to see who's here. I'm the only one who actually turns around to greet the person. It is my other husbando! Yes! Yes. Score. 3v1. We could take him. We could take this child. He's not actually a child. He's like graduated from university, but he's only like, what, 24 or something? Anyway, he's weird. And these are two grown-ass men. I think we could do this, chat. I heard screams all over the hallway. As always, Mr. Hansen scolds everyone before he understands what's going on. I love him. For the record, I fell for him first, and then he came about, and I was like, oh, you kind of cute too. But I'm playing his route first because I know his route. It's a long story, but we're gonna do his route next. But I love him. I love him so much. However, unlike every other day, no one answers him this time. In fact, it looks like they purposely are trying to ignore him. That wasn't usual, and it was enough to put him on alert. Quickly, his eyes survey the messy room. His tired expression becomes serious when he connects the dots with Eric. Our eyes meet in the corner, and without saying anything, he understands a prayer in my gaze. And for the record, I put my first name Reaper and I put the last name as Babe. But it sounds weird when they don't say like Miss Babe, they just say Babe. They're saying my last name in the game. But it just sounds like they're just both calling me Babe. Hey Babe, you okay? I did that on purpose. I tell myself like a liar. Usually it has a miss. Usually it has a miss. Yeah, babe. Sorry, Scarlett. My auto mod is super strict. Yeah, Reaper babe. When I have to put a first name and a last name, I'll put Reaper as my first name and I'll put Babe as my last name. It's very funny because sometimes you get Miss Babe, you get Mrs. Babe. This is like the first game though that's just like just last name Babe. It's perfect. It's so good. God. Yes, I could be your babe. Absolutely. You can call me whatever you want, sweetie. Oh, Lawrence. Just, I'm sorry. I'm moving on. Okay. This was a very tense situation, and then I had two men that I'm in love with on the screen. This is an issue. Oh. He whispers my name as if I were an accomplice in his investigations. With him standing by my side, I knew what I had to do. Eric messed up the room to get that bottle, and now he's talking nonsense about Mr. Fox. Despite fearing the consequences, I managed to speak clearly, but I couldn't hide the disgust in my voice. Eric's dark eyes widened. I could see on his face that something had broken inside him. What? You thought I was in love with you? I know this. I know you think that I'm in love with you. Like, you are obsessed with me. Not gonna happen. No. You have creepy music on whenever I come near you. No. Afraid of what he might do, I clung to my bag, not taking a single step back. Miss Babe, are you against me? I'm saying the truth. No, you're turning me in when I'm trying to save you. That's what you're saying. For the first time in a long time, I screamed. Oh, good. It was an angry, desperate scream coming between my teeth. Almost like a plea for it to stop. I wanted to run to him and take it by force from his hand. I wanted to shake his shoulders and ask him to snap out of it. You're choosing him. You don't believe me. I feel Hansen's firm hand touch my shoulder, and for a moment my whole body shook. It was as if he had drained all my nervousness and assured me everything would be okay. 'Cause that's what my man does! Eric. His voice steady and cold interrupts the young man's tremulous grunts. Eric's eyes, which were staring at me in confusion, stray to the man beside me. For a long moment he stays silent. A frightening silence. Slowly I see that dark cloud covering his face. He's still not convinced to give up on his illusion. Do you know what this is, Mr. Hansen? The question comes in a somber tone, like an icy breath to stop our hearts. I look up at Hansen, expecting to see his impenetrable expression. However, to my surprise and Eric's delight, the man bites his teeth, swallowing hard the answer. So you do. Like someone who has just won a game, Eric's laugh bursts through the room. I see it now. You two did it to her already. That's why she won't believe me. Oh, this is so messed up. Enough of this nonsense. Mr. Fox already told you it's a mistake. Can you stop it now? I'm sorry, Miss Babe, but I need to save you first. As if his words were a premonition for the worst, the three of us hold our breath, watching him turn his gaze at the bottle. Eric. Don't. My mouth opens in silence. Ray and Hansen stretch their bodies quickly, but not enough to reach it. Time stops. The shattering sound is loud. The liquid quickly forms a puddle decorated with sharp shards under us. Mr. Hansen and I hold our breaths. Ray's gonna murder this kid. Ray is bending over the wreckage. We can't see his face, but we can imagine the painful expression in his eyes. For a long time, no one dares to speak. Not even Eric. But then, slowly, the doctor raises his head. I try to reach out to him. However, my hand stops midway in the air when I see his face. The soft light in his eyes is fading. The gentle features on his face stiffened. His gaze is enough to make Eric step back, finally realizing his mistake. You think? I had to do it! Eric looks at everyone's face, pleading for help, pleading for us to believe him. He stutters, shakes, and backs away like a cowardly dog. Hansen and I say nothing. Our guilty for not stopping him from doing it screams louder than his pleadings. Miss Babe, I'm not crazy. I know what I saw. You saw my notes. Ray finally speaks, voice strong to make his veins pop out in his throat. You haven't seen the meaning. But that was my fucking life. Hissing like a demon, Ray runs towards Eric, grabbing his collar and pulling him up from his feet. In an attempt to protect me, Mr. Hansen shelters me behind his body. I don't know if he's trying to avoid getting me hurt or if he's just worried about my feelings. Either way, I'm glad he did it. At least now I don't have to see it. He's a good person! I love it! But I can't do anything about the sounds. I hear Eric shouting and struggling while Ray snarls, holding him in place. You're hurting me! Stop! Let me go! Hurting you? You ruined my life and you're saying I'm the one hurting you? Boxes are dropping from shelves, screamings echo in the hallway. If this continues, things will get out of hand very quickly. Desperate for help, I look at Hansen not saying anything. Thinking about it now, I don't even know what would be the right thing to do. Hansen feels the same, but unlike me, he knows he must make a decision. Taking a deep breath, he takes a step closer to them. Not afraid of getting hurt in the middle of their fight, he holds Ray's shoulder tightly. Ray, stop. Don't get in my way. If I wasn't here seeing it with my own eyes, I would never believe this voice so deep in fury was coming out of Ray. My heart hurt. I want to make it stop. I am going to make him pay. That won't bring it back. Oh, that was a scream. I want to do that again. Do I? Can I do this again? Do I know how to... I forgot how to scroll back. Damn it. Anyway. The fact that Mr. Hansen screamed... Fuck. That won't bring it back. Mr. Hansen's scream is the last thing we hear. After that, only heavy breathing and confusion are left in the room. Ray's eyes don't stray from Eric's. However, his pupils are quivering as Hansen's words repeat inside his head. We've gone through it once. Don't make it happen again. It takes some time, but finally Ray lets go of Eric's shirt. Ray takes a wobbling step back. His eyes are locked on the floor, defeated by his own reflection. Thank you, Mr. Hansen. I know we all just heard that sound effect. Man punched him. Ah! Yes! Finally, someone! I'm just a little disappointed it wasn't us, okay? We need a good slap in there, too. Welcome back, Ceres. Oh, there's no smooching. There's shit going down is what's happening. Eric's relieved smile doesn't last longer than a minute. Before he can finish his line, Hansen punches his face, grabbing him by the collar. Shut the fuck up. I'm taking you with me. What? Where? Giving him no answer, Hansen drags the boy through the messy sheets towards the door. Before leaving, he turns back to me. No words are needed for me to understand what he wants me to do. Leave it to me. While it hurts that I'm not romancing him this route, it is really nice to see them just like interact in a way of like, I got your back. Like that, yeah. Because I really do like Hansen's character in general. Giving me a subtle nod, he turns to the door, dragging the yelling boy out with him. For the first time since I got here, the room is as quiet as it's supposed to be. From the doorway, I see Mr. Fox pull a chair and throw his body on it with not a care in the world. He's like a soldier who has lost a battle and is too tired to try again. Mr. Fox lost something precious to him. No matter what I say, it won't make this feeling go away. For a moment, I'm scared to be alone with him because I don't know what to do to help. However, the fear of leaving him alone speaks louder. I hold my bag, looking for strength to give him. Slowly, I walk closer, holding my bag as if it's the holder of the answers I need. He doesn't say anything when I stop near. He doesn't even look at me. His distant gaze has lost its meaning, staring for too long at the only remaining fragment of his research. With no idea what to say, I stand by his side, leaning my waist on his messed up desk. I wish I could turn back time. Wish I could have stopped Eric when I first saw him. I wish so many things I can't do. Looking at Ray now is the same as looking into his raw feelings. He's not hiding his secrets behind a supportive, lazy smile. He's not trying to shelter me from the pain. He's just sitting there, with teary eyes and shaking hands. He never looked so human. I turn my gaze at the liquid still under the lamp. He did this experiment once, so I'm sure he can do it again. But I don't think it's polite to say it now. To be honest, I think there's no right thing to be said in a moment like this. But there is one thing I can do for him. Boldly, I grab his hand in mine. For the first time since this mess started, Ray turns his gaze in my direction. He looks at our hands, confused like he didn't realize we're still at the nurse's office. For a long minute, he only stares at it. But slowly I feel his fingers caressing mine. Instead of talking to me, he leans closer, resting his head on my lap like a child searching for comfort. There's no need to ask questions or explain feelings. This is enough. We'll let the talk for tomorrow. Right now, we'll savor our feelings until they taste no more. Savor our feelings till they taste no more. That is such a fucking raw line. So, I think people are just chilling, which is totally fair. I think with that, I've saved the game. We'll end it there. If you guys are still there, if you want to, say goodbye to YouTube. Feel free. YouTube, thanks for watching. That was cute and intense at the same time. God, I love that last scene. Ugh, I love that last scene so much. Yeah. Look forward to some different thumbnails for YouTube. Let me know what you guys think of them. Let me know what you guys think of this game. If you guys are cool with, like, you know, 1 hour long VODs, if you're like, man, I wish you would make it longer with less VODs, etc., etc. I mean, technically I could like put 2 weeks worth of VODs together, make like a 3-hour video, but I feel like 1 hour otome's like VODs are really nice. Like, those are the ones that I gravitate towards, but you guys let me know. I try to make content that kind of feels good for everyone. But guys, with that, thank you so much for watching, and with that, I hope you have a great day, night, wherever you are in the world, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.